right, in this video, we're gonna be going over the new top 7 fastest killing guns here in Modern Warfare 2 Season 5. These weapons are perfect if you guys are trying to secure your first MGB nuke, or at the very least, improve your KD ratio. If you guys enjoyed the video and find it helpful, make sure you drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, turn those post notifications, and let me know down in the comment section right now, what is your current KD ratio and how many MGB nukes, if any, you guys have. If it's 0, this video will help you guys out. Now we're taking a look at the FR AVANCER, the brand new assault rifle here in Season 5, which is incredible. This is going to be a perfect weapon if you guys are trying to run and gun and dominate. Now for the first attachment, we are going to utilize the RMT grip, perfect for that increase sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed, allowing us to run around in their spawn and go crazy. Now for the tuning, we are going to be increasing that sprint to fire speed some more at -0.32, as well as aim down sight speed at -0.84. Overall, a fantastic attachment and tune combo, bumping up that close range handling because this is going to be a more running gun suited AR. Now we're going to be skipping over the combs. These are not going to help us out, and honestly, we have much better attachments to equip. We're also skipping over the stocks also. These again are not going to fit the bill for this class. We're skipping over the optic, believe it or not, but the iron sights are good enough to use at those close to medium and honestly long ranges as well. And then obviously the laser is going to be skipped because this is not going to help out this type of assault rifle setup. We are going to run a barrel, and the 600mm FR longbow is going to be fantastic, drastically increasing that range, hipfire accuracy as a nice bonus, as well as bullet velocity, overall strengthening that medium to long range engagement capability, and that's kind of what we want here with this assault rifle. For the tuning, we are going to be increasing aim down sight speed at -0.27 and more recoil steadiness at +0.29, again taking advantage of both close ranges as well as long ranges. Now for the muzzle, we are going to utilize the Echoless 80. This is going to be a great attachment on this assault rifle. We are going to be running around in their spawn, building up some streaks, and having sound suppression, bullet velocity, damage range, and recoil smoothness is going to help us out get everything done. Now for the tuning, we are going to be increasing that bullet velocity some more at +0.77 and also more recoil smoothness at +1.35. A very easy and effective attachment and tune combination here. Now for the underbarrel, we are going to utilize a commando foregrip. This is going to be a great attachment on the FR AVANCER to smooth out that recoil pattern, taking advantage of aim idle stability as well as recoil stabilization. For the tuning, we are going to be increasing that aim walking speed at -0.37 as well as aim down sight speed at -0.49. And then finally, because we do have an open attachment slot and it is needed, we're going to rock that 45 round magazine because this weapon comes with 25 by default, and that is seriously not enough. Once you go ahead and jump in the firing range, you're going to be very happy because we have a class setup as a quick ADS, pretty good mobility, and obviously the recoil on all my builds are going to be next to none. Now for a minute of the build, we are going to be going ahead and utilizing the FTAC Siege. I'll go over this attachment and tune combo on this weapon at the end of the video, but we are going to utilize the stun grenade, proximity mine, and for the perks we have double time scavenger, resupply quick fix, as well as the field upgrade set to pro with munitions box and dead silence. Overall, a fantastic class setup you guys cannot go wrong with. Now for class setup number 2, we're taking a look at the CHIMERA, man. This is going to be a phenomenal AR if you're looking for yet another weapon to run around with in their spawn, but still have the ability to people out at longer ranges. Now for the first attachment, we are actually going to be skipping over the rear grip. I used to always rock a rear grip on this weapon, but I found out some other attachments that are going to help us out a lot more. We are going to rock a stock, and the TRX56 stock is going to be amazing. Now you guys can see we actually have 2 new stocks in preparation for the M13C, but these are actually not going to help us out at longer ranges, and that's kind of what we want to have happen with this type of setup. This stock is going to give us increased aiming stability as well as recoil control, and that is exactly what we need. Now for the tuning, we are going to be bumping up that aim walking speed at -0.85, and we're also going to take advantage of that increased aim down sight speed at -3.23. We're going to be running an optic now. Normally, I'd actually skip over the optic on the CHIMERA, but this time, the blue dot sight is going to be a phenomenal choice, allowing us to go out very easily at longer ranges. All we're going to do for the tuning is increase aim down sight speed to -1.74. That's it. Now, we're skipping over the laser. These are not going to help us out for this class setup, but we are going to rock a barrel, and the 10-inch SA Phoenix is going to be a mandatory attachment on this weapon, unless you want to have a lot of hit markers. Let's be honest, nobody wants that to happen. Now, for the pros, we're going to have increased damage range, velocity, recoil control, which is huge, as well as hip fire accuracy as a nice bonus. For the tuning, we are going to be increasing that aim down sight speed at -0.37 and more recoil steadiness at +0.37. We're going to go ahead and mirror these, a very good and easy attachment and tune combo. Now, for the muzzle, we are going to utilize the Polarfire S. Sometimes it does glitch out and doesn't show what it does, but we are going to reap the rewards of having sound suppression, bullet velocity. We're going to also have damage range and recoil smoothness in order to go ahead and help us get behind their spawn, build a quick and easy streak, and dominate, absolutely dominate. For the tuning, we are going to be increasing velocity some more at +0.81 and more recoil smoothness at +1.40. And then finally, for the underbarrel, we are going to rock the Commando foregrip, a great attachment here to go ahead and smooth out that recoil pattern and overall making sure we can take people out at those longer ranges. Now, for the tuning, we are going to be increasing aim walking speed at -0.26 and aim down sight speed at -0.65. Overall, a great attachment and tune combo. Once you go ahead and jump into the firing range, be very happy here because we do have a class setup, quick ADS, and next to nothing when it comes to recoil. But the main end of the build is actually going to be the F-Tac Siege again. Like I said previously, I will go over this weapon at the end of the video, but we are going to utilize the Sun Grenade, Proximity Mine, and for the perks, Double Time Scavenger, Resupply, Quick Fix. And for the field upgrades, we have Pro enabled with Munitions Box and Dead Silence. Overall, a phenomenal class setup. You cannot go wrong with this weapon. Now, for class setup number 3, running it back with the TAC 56. This is still a dominant, absolutely dominant AR here in Season 5 that you guys should take a look at if you're trying to secure a very easy MGP nuke no matter what map you're playing on. That's what's nice about this gun. Doesn't matter what map you're on, you're still going to dominate with this weapon. Now, for the rear grip, we are going to utilize the Demo Clean Shot grip for that sprint to fire speed as well as aim down sight speed. For the tuning, we are going to be increasing that sprint to fire speed some more at -0.19 and also aim down sight speed here at -0.26. A great attachment and tune combo. For the stock, we're going to utilize the TV Cardinal stock. This is going to be a good attachment on this weapon to bump up aim walking speed and sprint speed so we can get around the map, rotate, and overall destroy at those medium ranges. For the tuning, we are going to be increasing that aim walking speed some more at -1.55 and more aim down sight speed at -1.81. You cannot go wrong with this attachment and tune combo at all. We are going to utilize the iron sight, so the optic is going to be irrelevant. These are some of the cleanest and best in the entire game. And we're also going to skip over the laser. These are not going to help us out. And believe it or not, for this setup, we are going to skip over the barrel also. Now, the Tundra Pro barrel is actually a good choice, but we are going to replace with a different attachment I think a lot of you guys will enjoy, especially if you are a more aggressive run and gun style of player. Now, for the muzzle, we are going to utilize the Echoless 80. This is going to be a good attachment for this weapon, bumping up sound suppression, bullet velocity, damage range, and recoil smoothness here. For the tuning, we are going to be increasing that velocity some more at +0.45 and aim down sight speed at -0.45. Again, going to go ahead and mirror this, taking advantage of close range as well as longer ranges. Now, for the underbarrel, we're going to utilize the F-Tac Ripper 56. Because we are not running a barrel, we're going to need some more long-range benefits here, and we're going to take advantage of that stability, hip fire accuracy, and recoil stabilization. Now, for the tuning, we are going to be bumping up that aim walking speed at -0.18 and more recoil stabilization at +0.46 here. And then finally, because we do have an open attachment slot, because we did not utilize a barrel, we are going to rock that 60 round mag, so we have plenty of ammo to take out multiple players at the same time. Once you go ahead and jump in the firing range, even though we are not running a barrel, this class is going to have a quick ADS and overall just zero recoil and still a fast reload as well, which is awesome. In the setup, we are going to utilize the F-Tac Siege, again, go over at the end of the video. Stun grenade, proximity mine, and for the perk package, double time scavenger, resupply, quick fix, and for the field upgrades, munitions box, and dead silence. You can't go wrong with this weapon. You have 60 rounds with an assault rifle that has virtually 0 recoil. Unbelievable. Now for class setup number 4, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the KASTOV 762. They can nerf this weapon however many times they want to try. It's still gonna be a monster. Now for the first attachment, the true tack grip is gonna be a phenomenal choice here, bumping up that sprint to fire speed, aim down sight speed. We can get that first shot, and with this assault rifle, we're getting that kill, believe that. Now for the tuning, we are going to be increasing that sprint to fire speed some more at negative 0.16 and more aim down sight speed at negative 0.45 here. Now for the stock, we're going to utilize the KASTOV Rama stock. There are a bunch of good options here. The ProLite TO3 is good, the Broadside FCT is good, but the KASTOV Rama just hits different with that increased aim walking speed and sprint speed, making sure we can run around and just dominate. Now for the tuning, we are going to be increasing aim walking speed some more at negative 2.09 and more aim down sight speed at negative 1.55. This is going to be a phenomenal attachment tune combo. You can't go wrong with it. We're skipping over the optic. The iron sights on the KASTOVs are beautiful. Beautiful. No reason to go ahead and waste a slot here. We're skipping the laser, irrelevant, and we're also going to skip over the barrel because simply we don't need it on this weapon. It's not going to hinder or help us at all. Now for the muzzle, we are going to utilize the SA Leveler 55 to remove that horizontal and vertical recoil, so we have very accurate, hard hitting shots. For the tuning, we are going to be increasing more recoil control at plus 0.26 and more aim down sight speed at negative 0.59. Overall, a great attachment and tune combo. Now, we are going to utilize the F-Tech 56 on this weapon as well. We need some additional recoil control, which is going to be great here, allowing us to have that increased stability, hip fire accuracy, as well as recoil stabilization. Overall, a great attachment on this hard-hitting assault rifle. For the tuning, we are going to be increasing aim walking speed at negative 0.34 and more stabilization at plus 0.57. Overall, a great attachment tune combo for this much needed underbarrel. And because we're not running a barrel, we are going to rock that 40 round mag, so we have plenty of ammo to take everybody out without an issue. Once you go ahead and jump into the firing range, you're going to see here we have a quick ADS, 2-shot kills, and low recoil. Man, this class setup is disgusting. Definitely go ahead and give it a try immediately. Main of the build is going to be the F-Tech Siege, stun grenade, proximity mine, and for the perks, we are utilizing double time scavenger, resupply, quick fix, as well as the field upgrade setup for munitions box and dead silence. A nasty build. Give it a go. You are not going to regret it. Now for setup number 5, we're taking a look at the L46. Man, this is going to be a great submachine gun. You can't go wrong with this weapon, man. This is going to be one of those SMGs you can run around with and destroy and really not see any cons, which is rare here. Now we're skipping over the rear grip. These are going to be irrelevant on this weapon. We don't need them, but we are going to rock a stock, and we're going to rock the collapse stock. This is going to allow us to run around and take advantage of aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed, movement speed, and hip recoil control. Exactly what we need on a running gun in your face submachine gun. Obviously, the optic is going to be skipped. It's a submachine gun, and these iron sights are some of the cleanest in the game, like the TAC 56. Now, we are going to rock a laser, probably the only weapon that I really like to run a laser on in this entire game. So we can take advantage of aim down sight speed, stability, as well as sprint to fire speed, again, bumping up that close range handling. For the tuning, we are going to be bumping up aim down sight speed at negative 37.84, and also bumping up sprint to fire speeds to negative 0.37 as well. Overall, a great attachment tune combo. We're going to go ahead and pretty much mirror this, allowing us to just dominate at those close to medium ranges. Now, we are going to rock a barrel. Now, the Lock DX 203mm is going to be phenomenal on this submachine gun. You can't go wrong with it. We're going to have that recoil control, damage range, velocity, as well as hip fire accuracy here. This is what we need on the Vel 46. All these other barrels are going to be slowing it down, and honestly, we don't want that to happen. Now for the tuning, we are going to be taking advantage of increased aim down sight speed at negative 0.15 and more recoil steadiness at plus 0.34. Again, taking advantage of close range, as well as long ranges here. Now we are going to run this weapon loud and proud because we cannot afford to rock a suppressor here. The X10 Razor Comp is going to be a way better option, removing horizontal and vertical recoil, so we can go ahead and take people out at those medium to longer ranges if we do get in those gunfights, which honestly can happen quite often. Now for the tuning, we are going to bump up that recoil control at plus 0.21, as well as aim down sight speed at negative 0.46. Overall, a great attachment tune combo. We are going to need it. And then finally, for the underbarrel, we have on the Shark Fin 90, which is going to be phenomenal on the submachine gun, smoothing out that recoil pattern and giving us no cons, just the way I like it. Now for the tuning, we are going to be increasing that aim walking speed at negative 0.28, as well as recoil stabilization at plus 0.65. Once you go ahead and jump in the firing range, again, we have a class setup that has a lightning quick ADS and controllable recoil with a fast reload as well. Definitely a great attachment and tune combo across the board here. The setup is going to be the F-Tac Siege, Stun Grenade, Proximity Mine, and for the perks, we have on Double Time Scavenger, Resupply Quick Fix, and for the field upgrades, we have a Munitions Box and Dead Silence. This is going to be a great setup. You cannot go wrong with it. Now, for class setup number 6, we are going to go ahead and run it back with the Bass P. The Bass P is nasty, man. This is a very, very underrated submachine gun that you cannot go wrong with here, y'all. Now, for the first attach, we are going to rock the Bruin Flash Grip. This is going to be a good attachment on the submachine gun to bump up that sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed. For the tuning, we are going to be increasing sprint to fire speed some more at negative 0.20 and more recoil steadiness at plus 0.84. A great attachment tune combo, taking advantage of close range as well as longer ranges. Now we are going to rock a stock, and the Bruin Flash V4 stock is going to be a great choice, drastically increasing that sprint speed, aim walking speed, crouch movement speed, and aim down sight speed. Another good attachment. Unfortunately, we cannot rock the stockless mod. Believe me, I wish we could, but the recoil is going to be uncontrollable if you do. Now for the tuning, we are going to be bumping up that aim walking speed at negative 1.70 and more aim down sight speed at negative 2.58. Overall, a great attachment tune combo. We're skipping over the optic. The iron sights are amazing, and we're also skipping over the laser. These are not going to be necessary. Now we are going to rock a barrel, and the 10.5 inch Bruin Typhoon is going to be a good choice, so we can have that increased sound suppression, hip fire accuracy, bullet velocity, and damage range. The nice thing about this is we have an integrated suppressor, so we can run on their spawn, live a quick and easy streak, and go crazy and get those nukes, at the very least a high KD gameplay. Now for the tuning, we are going to be bumping up aim down sight speed at negative 0.25 and more recoil steadiness at plus 0.35. Just a fantastic attachment and tune combo. Obviously the muzzle is restricted, and we're going to go ahead and run an underbarrel, which is going to be the phase 3 grip. We're going to need some additional stability here. It's a good weapon, but it's still going to have a little bit of recoil if you do not correct it. We're going to have aim auto stability, hip fire accuracy, as well as recoil stabilization. And for the tuning, we are going to be bumping up aim walking speed at negative 0.18 and more recoil stabilization at plus 0.67. And then finally, we are going to rock a magazine. The 50 round drum is going to be great. This has a fast fire rate, and we're going to need all the ammo we can get. I want you to go ahead and jump in the firing range. Again, another SMG that has crazy mobility and ADS and controllable recoil. So definitely go ahead and give this a try. A slept on submachine gun for whatever reason here. Now, man, the setup is going to be the F-Tac Siege, Stun Grenade, Proximity Mine, and for the perks, we have on Double Time Scavenger, Resupply, Quick Fix, as well as field upgrade setup for Munitions Box and Dead Silence. Overall, an amazing build here. And then finally, for class setup number 7, we are going to go ahead and take a look at the LACHMANN sub, aka the MP5, man. Whatever they do to this weapon, nerf it, it don't matter. This thing is still kicking ass here in Season 5. Now, we're skipping over the rear grips. These are going to be irrelevant on the submachine gun, but we are going to rock a stock, and that Mirror Recoil 56 factory stock is going to be a good option, so we can have that stability, recoil control, and sprint speed as a really nice bonus. Now, we are going to tune this, and we're going to be increasing that aim walking speed at negative 1.47 and more aim downside speed at negative 4. Very easy to go ahead and get this right. We're skipping over the optic. We don't need it. The iron sights are amazing. And we're also skipping over the laser. These are going to be irrelevant on this gun. Now for the barrel, we are going to rock that L38 Falcon 226mm barrel. This is going to be a great attachment, allowing us to have that movement speed and aim down sight speed, so we can run and gun and destroy at those close ranges. For the tuning, we are going to be increasing aim down sight speed at -0.37 and more recoil steadiness at +0.19. Now, do not forget, we are going to rock a muzzle, and this time we're actually going to rock this weapon loud and proud. You can't suppress it, but it's going to have a little bit more recoil, and honestly, you guys probably want a no recoil god gun, so removing everything with the Bruin cubic comp is going to be a good choice here. Horizontal recoil control as well as vertical recoil control. For the tuning, we are going to be bumping up recoil control at +0.33 and more stabilization at +0.72. Now, for the underbarrel, we are again gonna rock the phase 3 grip, just like on the Bass P, for that additional stabilization and overall allowing us to smooth out that recoil pattern. Now, for the tuning, we are gonna be bumping up aim idle stability at +0.31 and also recoil stabilization at +0.65. And then finally, we are going to rock a 40 round mag because this weapon does burn through ammo, and obviously 40 is better than 30. Once you go ahead and jump in the firing range, you're going to be very happy because we've classed it up as a quick ADS and effectively removing all of the annoying recoil that comes with the LACHMANN SMG. Overall, a great setup. Now, we are going to rock the FTAC Siege, and I have this attachment and tune combo on all of my FTAC Sieges for all of my classes. We're rocking the SIR 160 rear grip to increase sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed, and the tuning is going to be set up for increased sprint to fire speed at -0.32 and aim down sight speed at -0.84. We're rocking the 72 round drum. We are going to be skipping everything and running right to the barrel and utilizing the NST81, which comes with the integrated sound suppressor, and we're also going to take advantage of long range capabilities here. For the tuning, we are going to be bumping up damage range at +0.23 and more aim walking speed at -0.27. We're utilizing a laser, and the FGX DS70 is going to be a great aim down sight speed, stability, sprint to fire speed. And for the tuning, we are going to be bumping up aim down sight speed some more at -44.42 and more sprint to fire speed at -0.06. And then finally, to go ahead and make sure this weapon feels like a submachine gun, the Siege wire stock is going to be a great choice. Aim walking speed, recoil control, and sprint speed, with the tuning set up for aim walking speed at -1.32 and aim down sight speed at -1.94. In the firing range, you're going to see this gun is a pistol, but it's going to handle like a submachine gun, which is why essentially all these classes have 2 primaries and 1, which is why they're so good. Now, man, the build is going to be stun grenade, proximity mine, and for the perks, double time scavenger, resupply, quick fix, and for the field upgrades, we do have our munitions box as well as dead silence. Overall, a great setup you guys cannot go wrong with. This is amazing. These are going to be the top 7 fastest killing guns, the best guns here in season 5 of Modern Warfare 2. If there are 2 builds I want you to check out right now, give the FR AVANCER a go. This is a brand new AR that is worth the look. And also go ahead and take a look at this Vel 46 class here, y'all. This gun is great if you're trying to run and gun, but for the reason you don't like it, can't go wrong with the LACHMANN sub. Another great choice. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, turn those post notifications in your boy ears. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.